Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. We're going to be watching How to Get Away with Murder. This is season 1, episode 6. This is called Freaking Whack-A-Mole. You guys will see I'm in a different background. I'm only saying this because I've already said this in my Arrow reaction, but in case you don't watch that one and you watch this one, I just want to bring it up. I'm sorry about the bad lighting in my husband's office. He's upstairs watching hockey. So, he'll actually be interrupting me during this to say goodnight, but I want to go ahead and get started. But if you guys would like to follow me on Twitter, the link is down below. If you guys would like early access to my reactions or would like to watch the full reactions that are up for a limited time on my Patreon, the link for that is also down below. So let's go ahead and get into this episode. Oh my god. Asher, quit it.
What time you going to the bonfire, girl? What? That girl? No, I don't have to study. I got the trophy.
Michaela there with you? I want my frickin' trophy back. Open up. And you guys call me immature? I'm like the most grown up ever compared to your dumbasses.
He's gone. I texted him. Told him I was at the library.
Alright, it's 5 weeks earlier. I'm gonna see how he ended up with the trophy.
Your husband's Mr. Darcy.
You're confused.
Listen to yourself.
Let me explain.
You disgust me.
Wes, come back here. Wes, come back here. Come back here. Wes, don't you leave this house!
Did he like quit her class?
For the stupid trophy.
It's only stupid because you know you'll never win it, loser.
We have a
Oh
new
my
case.
god.
But first things first, is the trophy in play?
To those of you smart enough to know when to shut up. Now, this was a first case that opened my eyes to the fact that the justice system doesn't always reward those who tell the truth, but those who have the power to create their own. And it's a fact that's pissed me off ever since I heard about this case. But today, we've been handed the chance to make an unjust system just. Now, the emergency hearing that we've been granted is in 3 days, so I hope you're all rested and focused, because what we accomplish in the next 72 hours will determine David's fate. They're gonna give us one more shot. That's right. It's a death row case. And unless we do our jobs, David will die by lethal injection in less than 2 weeks.
Thank you.
No. You don't thank me until you're out of this prison.
Maybe I should get a lawyer. I should go to the police and get ahead of this thing.
Only a bad lawyer would give you that advice.
What is the plan here, then? This was already a mess, and now you've got to argue a death row case in 3 days now.
Because when I filed the petition, I didn't know you were screwing some white whore.
You can take that back. I don't want it. I wrote it all down. Everything I know. I have another copy in a safe deposit box. One phone call, and it gets sent to the police.
Unless...
You get Rebecca back.
And please don't tell me it's because you think she's innocent. I taught you better.
I think she's as innocent as your husband.
You really need to stop thinking that me protecting Rebecca and my husband are mutually exclusive.
And get her back here. Whatever it takes. Or I swear to God, I'll tell the police everything.
That's a lot of years ago. And a lot of time trying to push the memory out of my head, not back in.
What are those prescription glasses you're wearing?
Yes, and I know why you're asking, but I didn't need them till a few years ago.
Vince, you said you left the David Allen trial so you could relax. How relaxing were the depots you took in the state's case against the Dock Workers Union 2 days later? Travers won't admit to any of this on record, but apparently he was tipped to there being perjured testimony in the David Allen case. He didn't know who it was, but he sent word to Judge Millstone to look into it, and
apparently Judge Millstone did nothing about it.
Travers was reassigned to a different case by the DA. He said he thought there was pressure to convict, perhaps even motivated by race.
Okay, seriously, my father isn't a sleaze. He was not a part of some racist scheme. My father wrote the book on judicial conduct, literally. He's a highly respected federal judge. You don't get to where he's gotten by burying evidence of perjury. Believe me, my dad wouldn't do this.
It's Asher.
Wait, really? You want to come over?
Oh my god.
This is freaking whack-a-mole.
I'm sorry, but Asher stopping in the street like that, you would deserve to get hit by a car.
Did you find Jason Watkins?
Yes.
I want to talk to him.
He's dead, isn't
OD'd
he?
15 months ago.
I need you to do something else for me. Just between us, no one else.
Whatever you need.
Accusing you of grave judicial misconduct, and your only response is to ask me where I got the idea?
Kind of feel bad for
Tell me I'm
Asher
wrong,
right now.
Please tell me that you didn't get to where you are on the back of a man who's gonna die. Please.
Can't. You can see it in his face.
Tell me
He's
I'm
so
wrong.
guilty.
You can't, can you?
Get out.
Dad.
After all I've done for you, you ungrateful little twit. Get the hell out of my house.
That depends on your concession to my two stipulations.
Those being?
One, you spare my father. My father's name stays out of it, agreed or not.
Agreed. Demand number 2.
I
He wants
want
the trophy.
the trophy.
So stupid.
If your information is as good as you say it is.
Honestly, how does that feel, knowing that your charmed existence came at the expense of another man's life?
Well, I'm sure it's not the first instance the Kenny Bunkport millstones have profited off other people's misfortune. That's the best thing I've seen in days.
What the hell is going on here? Man's life hangs in the balance.
You,
It's mine.
you find something?
Real estate group.
I've seen this logo before.
I saw him with that gun.
People, the key eyewitness lives in a building owned by Senator Trucco.
So she lied. She's
Always
paid to
one you would
lie.
suspect. According to the records we've obtained, you never paid the rent you owed. Is that because your payment was your testimony in the David Allen trial? My client is set to die based on the perjured testimony of Miss Morelli.
That is an
Perjured
egregious lie.
testimony bought by Senator Trucco. Would the court like to be put on record for refusing to hear his testimony? All the while, Senator Trucco is sitting in his corner office right across the street. Please, Your Honor, you convince your tenant, Linda Morelli, to testify that Tricia Stanley was killed by her boyfriend, David Allen.
You're way off base. I recommend you rein this in.
Not just Tricia Stanley and her boyfriend, David Allen, who served 21 years in prison
Honor, please.
for the thousands who were displaced in the name of lining your pockets. The majority whom were poor, powerless, and didn't bear the color of skin desirable to your business interests. You tore a community apart. You tore families apart. You destroyed lives, Senator. Admit it. Admit you killed Tricia Stanley and had my client, David Allen, set up for her murder.
That is enough. You hear me? You say another word, they'll have no choice but to throw you in jail. The case against your client seems to be built on the same ground, rooted singularly in an eyewitness testimony that we no longer have faith in. As a result,
Did she
it
win?
is our recommendation that the district attorney's office open an investigation into the actions of Senator Trucco and the state's original witness, Linda Morelli. We have no choice but to vacate the judgment, conviction, and sentence of death and prohibit you are a free man.
She did it.
Go be with your family.
I almost want to cry myself.
In an anonymous tip, detectives searched Mr. O'Reilly's car and discovered a cell phone believed to belong to Lila Stangard.
I need you to do something else for me.
Whatever you
She
need.
just framed Griffin.
The cell phone may contain evidence of a relationship that Lila Stangard was having with an individual other than Griffin O'Reilly. Our sources report there may be even photos that support a theory that Lila broke the couple's virginity pact, giving O'Reilly a motive in Miss Stangard's murder.
Go tell Rebecca it's safe to come home.
Had motive for killing his girlfriend.
Damn. I was hoping I'd get to be the first one to tell you. Like the new wallpaper? It's the only thing left that tied you to the photo. Unless, of course, there's someone else out there who knows what your penis looks like. After everything you've done to me, lying to me, screwing that girl, I need you.
My husband took me out of the moment.
I love you.
I don't believe the love. If you loved each other, you wouldn't screw around on each other. Crap, he's gonna see that they planted the phone.
You need anything else?
No.
First they steal my trophy, then they go party at the bonfire after making fun of me for wanting to go in the first place.
You know you can't tell them about this. This never happened, do you understand?
Of course. I'd never be that guy.
What?
Do not lie to me right now.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Sam, are you with Sam?
No. No, why? What's wrong?
Something terrible's happened.
Okay, guys, so that is the end of episode 6 of season 1 of How to Get Away with Murder, and wow, okay, so I have some issues with this episode. I thought it was great that Annalise stuck with this first case. I don't know if it was like her first case. I can't remember what she said, but the case of the guy who was framed for his girlfriend's murder for so long, and they got a chance to get him out, and she worked so hard to get him out. My issue is she worked so hard to get him out because he was framed, and then what did she do? She went and she framed the boyfriend of Lila for the murder to get Rebecca to come back. And it's like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand why Rebecca's her client. She's trying to make sure her client doesn't go to jail. But she just went and did the same thing to somebody else that somebody did to her first client. And I don't see how she thinks that's okay. I don't get that. I don't know. It's just very confusing. She's just, I don't know. And, you know, the same thing with Frank. Yeah, Frank works for Annalise, but he knew what he was doing and he knew the cause of it. So, you know, I don't look fondly on him either. It was kind of good a little bit to see more of Asher's story, of what happened that night and a little bit more of his background. I did feel a little bad for him about his dad. Obviously he looked up to his dad a lot, and then to come to find out that your dad is a big liar who boosted his career, by helping put somebody in prison who didn't deserve to be put in prison. And then him hooking up with Bonnie, that's like out of nowhere. She's all judgmental of Frank hooking up with the students. And then what did she do? She hooked up with a student. Now, I don't know if she did that because she liked Asher, or maybe she was using him for some reason, or she was distracting him. I'm not entirely sure what the hell that was all about. So I'm really interested to see how that all came about. So everything's out. Well, not everything's out, but the phone's out. My question that I was thinking of earlier, that I said I would say later, but then it got answered, was whether or not that news thing was real, or that was what she had Frank do, was to have that all made up to show Wes, so that Wes would think that, you know, she's putting it out there and he can trust her to get Rebecca back. But apparently it's obviously true. So, and them talk, like Annalise and Sam telling each other how much they love each other, I don't buy it at all. The tears did nothing. I don't know if it's because my husband came in at that moment and had to pause it, and it just took me out of the moment. But I have a way I think of things. Like when it comes to love, you love somebody, you're faithful to that person. And in my opinion, if you cheat on them with somebody else, you don't love them as much as you think you do. So them being all, I love you, I need you, but then she's off screwing Nate, And, I mean, I know she's not currently because he dumped her because of what she did to him, with the perjury thing. But Sam has cheated on her a couple times. Sam cheated on his other wife, with Annalise. And it's just, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. You can see at the end of the present time, I'm guessing that this murder thing is the present, because everything keeps flashing to weeks earlier. But in the present, Annalise knows something's wrong with Sam, and she automatically thought that Sam and Bonnie were together, which I thought was funny. But I don't know how she thought something was wrong. There's no blood that I can see. I know the rug is missing. I don't know if that is what set her off, that the rug is gone and Sam is missing. So maybe. I mean, she's a lawyer. I mean, I guess she would see stuff like that all the time. You know, the body being rolled up in a rug, and her mind went there. I don't know. We'll have to see what else led up to this moment to maybe that helped her come to this conclusion because of that. But yeah. So anyway, I think that is all I have to say. I did enjoy the episode. Don't get me ranting about the things that I had a problem with, as I didn't enjoy it, because I really did. I enjoyed this show a lot, and I enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you guys did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you would like to see me react to, please leave that down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.